All right, all right. Shit might be popping off at any moment. So I do ask that you take care of yourself. If you need to get behind one of us at any time, please do so. I can give you guys a tour of the place. You can, ask some questions, but if shit gets a little hectic, just follow me. Welcome to Cleveland. Let's get them.
Would you like to see?
Feel free to leave.
Everything. I've never been to Cleveland.
All right. Follow us then.
The Clevelanders welcomed us in, and after a brief introduction in their food court, we walked out into Cleveland's city center.
So this is Cleveland, and you might think it doesn't look too different to what it was before, but it is.
Welcome to Cleveland, a place where everybody deserves to be equal, a place where no corruption reaches, a place where you fight the evil that has consumed the Los Santos government and its people.
Cleveland. Cleveland is our new home. It's our turf now. Our home. Not the PD's, not the government's, not the OC's. It's ours.
It means standing your ground and fighting for what's right. They didn't let us live in our homes. They took our home away from us.
You know, I look at this place, the people around it, the friends I've made, the lifers I've made, the DOC. You know, this place is my new home. My home was taken away from me by the unjust government of Los Santos. A peaceful place ripped away from us. So this is what it means. This is what this means to me. Holding out, planting the flag, creating something new. Yet again, this time, they're not going to stop us.
We had to hold a funeral here for a Leon Edwards who lost his life to the resistance.
We're trying to bury him, send him to Valhalla, and say our goodbyes. And in the middle of this funeral, a marshal grabs a fucking sniper and then snipes one of the people who is paying their respect. Imagine, in the middle of a funeral, it doesn't get lower than that. The message to everybody out there is fight the power, give them hell, and never stop resisting. The second you stop resisting, the second is you die. These people are afraid of you. They don't want you to rise. They don't want you to rise up.
Can you tell me a little bit about who the resistance is?
The resistance was us. An entity that wanted this place to be a better place, a better world, to show that there was more, that we could live differently. And I think people began to understand why we were doing what we were doing.
We are looking for peace. I'm more than happy to speak with the Los Santos government as the acting general, the big dog, to bring peace between the Los Santos government and Cleveland.
Our tour took us further into Cleveland. We got a sense that everyone here had a job, a role to play in this brand new community.
Cleveland is a home to everyone. Everybody is welcome. Everyone can live here, find a purpose here. Cleveland is different, but it has to be built from the ground up. But we've done that once, we can do it again. This is our mechanic warehouse, where people can have jobs, build themselves up again.
I'm the leader of the mechanic shop here. As you can see behind me, I've created such a masterpiece. Look at this beauty.
What is Cleveland offering you in terms of opportunity rather than Los Santos or Blaine County?
It offers me the chance I always knew I had. The thing that was always there. Freedom. Will. Power. You do anything you put your mind to, and this just shows. We've lost people, and we've gained people. And I'm sure we'll lose more, and I'm sure we'll gain more. But I'm fighting beside my fam. That's all that ever mattered.
What kind of jobs or businesses has Cleveland propped up so far?
And so far, you know, we got a lot in the works. You know what I mean? I mean, this is only the start. My plan is to build one-of-one machinery for people all throughout the city. Beautiful cars. Oh God, the racing days. How much I miss them. Oh God. Going down the highway at $150. Getting a drift around the corner. Cops behind me. Cut the camera. Cut the camera.
We're very resourceful people, right? We set up shops to get whatever's necessary for our survival. Building vehicles of some sort, tools, anything that'll allow us to thrive. These shops are important for that. And most importantly, they're good for our trades. That's what Cleveland's going to be about. Opening up a little market.
This is where we intend to grow our own food. No slop, no rubbish from senior bands. Good, wholesome food. Even available to those who don't even live here. Because it's not about that anymore. Tomatoes, radishes, corn, wheat. Everything that we need to be self-sufficient. And not only that, to feed those that need it. Who don't want a greasy burger, who want to look after themselves. We don't exclude anyone. As a matter of fact, we are actively hiring, looking for people that may wish to reside here, change their life, have a purpose.
Drowsy, incompetent, stupid? We've got just the thing for you. Big Doc Pharmacy. We sell oxy for your needs. Cheap as all hell. $2K a day keeps the doctor away. It's a miracle! Big Dog Pharmacy will not be liable for depression, anxiety disorder, bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, influenza, tuberculosis, hepatitis B, measles, chickenpox, asthma. This information does not constitute medical advice. This information on purposes and will not medical advice for a professional.
Oh, hello. I'm Milo Goodman, the president of the Ascot Association. The Ascot Association is a group of like-minded individuals with a keen sense of fashion. But don't just take my word for it. Here's what some of our members of the association would say about how the Ascot Association has changed their lives.
Ever since I've gone in Ascot, I found out I like to be choked.
I started wearing an ascot to help my gay friend feel better about himself. And in turn, I started feeling better about myself. Now I'm both an ally and an ascot wearer.
And since I did that, people ask me less about the plastic rings, and instead they just tug on my ascot.
I have nothing good to say about the Ascot Association. Ever since I joined them, my life has been absolute shit from a rotten ass. Every day
We're looking for anybody, a fighter, a doctor, a priest, a worker, a civilian, anybody, a cameraman, anybody who wants to be part of a new chapter in the history of the city of San Andreas.
So tours and interviews will be available to people.
If you're looking to join Cleveland, apply. Reach your recruiter, Nancy. She'll talk to you and she'll start the interview process so you can be a citizen of Cleveland.
Or you can simply turn up to Cleveland at visitation and get a hold of one of us. They'd be happy to speak to you about what this place is, what it can offer you, and perhaps what you can offer it, because it takes a certain type of mind to be able to rebuild like this.
You know, like any community that's wanting to thrive and grow, you got to be friends with your neighbors. You know, if you are missing a cup of sugar, you're like, who can I depend on to help suffice? Ooh, my neighbor right down the street.
This way.
From my experience on the outside, a lot of people assume that things like this and what you guys are building is a bit chaotic. What I'm seeing is a lot of structure and organization. Why do you think there's that disconnect?
I think because people haven't seen yet, so one can only make assumptions. And perhaps that we are always relatively busy due to the fact that we are rebuilding. So I can see how from the outside that might come across as chaotic.
You know, this is a fortress we got in here. Very defensible position. With the amount of people that we have, we got eyes everywhere. And we could do this here. We could do this here in the prison. We could do this anywhere, you know? We could do this anywhere.
Other than the obvious, what are some of the obstacles that you've faced setting up Cleveland?
The only small obstacle that we had to overcome was getting DOC the fuck out of here. Shit, and even some of them, even some of their own people have ended up joining us. So, you know.
Yeah, I used to be a guard, and I am fighting for the lifers' rights and for a better prison and against a corrupt government. I just want to say I feel way more appreciated here in Cleveland than I did in the DOC. They welcomed me with open arms and put a Class 2 in my hands before my 2 years that I had put in at the DOC.
What brought me to Cleveland? I was a lifer being abused by DOC. I'm taking revenge for those who abused me.
I wish that Michael would have, come to terms a long time ago and made this place a better place when we all brought our feedback to him. It's unfortunate that it's led to this, but here we are, and we're not going back to what it was before.
Like I said, not much of an obstacle.
Our trial has not been, set. It's been a month and a half now, I'd say. I've asked for a speedy trial. I've been told no. We've actually been charged with more charges here and convicted of charges without even due process. They said no bench trial, no judge, coming from the mouth of Sheriff Peters and Brian Knight, saying you guys don't have rights. So suck it up and deal with it.
Unfortunately, we had to cut our interviews short as there was a threat from the outside. All the citizens came together to defend what they now call home.
Got it, big dog.
High ground, high ground. You got AR, I want you high ground. Go, go, go.
The corruption of Brian Knight and the DOJ is what we got here. They want to burn the city down, then so be it. We'll give them the fight they're looking for. But we're not going down without a fight.
What is that? What is that? What is that? Get back inside. Get back inside. Get back inside. What was that? What was that explosion?
They don't see us as fellow human beings. They've tried their best to dehumanize who we are as people. So when they attack us, they don't feel like they're attacking another human being. So if you ask me, who are the savages? I say it's the one on the outside, not the one in here. We're trying to be civilized. We're trying to show some sort of element of being a human being. But at the same time, we're not going to sit there and just, kneel to this corruption that Brian Knight and the rest of the DOJ has presented today. There's some of us are in here for many years without a single charge. They're just being held indefinite because what? Guilty by association? What happened to the court system judging individuals individually? Now they don't care. If you're part of X, Y, and group, hey, you're guilty of that. You could have an alibi. You could have done nothing. But because you are close to those people, that's it. You get the same label. We don't believe in that in Cleveland. We judge each individual person by their each individual action they take. Not the way that Los Santos does it, where they generalize and group people. I don't believe in that bullshit.
Most welcome to go and have a look around the courtyards. I wouldn't go up on the catwalks. Unfortunately, it seems that we are being sniped from all angles. There is absolutely no regard for any of our lives, so just be a little careful up there. We wouldn't want anything to sort of happen to you, so just maybe stay down on the ground where we can sort of look after you.
A Babylon musket would be great right now.
At this point, we're not totally sure what's going on.
Move it through, move it through. Tony said move it through.
No communication.
Oh,
All we know is that Tony Corleone has been sniped. We, again, still don't know where that sniper is. No communication. It seems that there's just no care at all for our lives.
With the threat level rising, the Clevelanders thought it would be best for our safety to cut the documentary right here. They cleared a path for the team and I to leave safely. For me personally, this was a sobering experience and one that may have changed my perspective a little bit. I want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of In Real Life. Shout out to all our sponsors, and hopefully I get to see you for another episode soon.